So you want to be able to locate and GPS your car no matter where you go in the world. You want something in your car that's going to give you real-time 24-hour location of your car at any moment that you can pull up from your phone. You got CarLock, but you want something else because you're afraid that when they break in, they're going to kick CarLock out of the OBD sensor, and now you can no longer track your car. But you don't want to break the bank. You don't want to go over $100. What's the best solution in that case? Apple AirTag. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. When they break in and they got an iPhone, they're going to be able to locate the Apple AirTag and just toss it out the car. Well, that's where you got to be a little creative. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Let's get into it. Why, this your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So as you can tell, I'm in a car. That makes this a car blog. You already know what's going down. When I come around, let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around. You're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. So boom, you guys know I push CarLock heavy on this channel. Obviously, I'm rocking with them. Literally have their stuff plugged into my car and my daily Jeep as well. So I'm rocking with CarLock heavy. A lot of you guys have concerns about CarLock. Your biggest concern is, God forbid, somebody breaks into the window. And let's say, for instance, you know, maybe you're away from your car, you're a distance away or whatever the case may be. They break in, they realize you got something plugged into the OBD. They yank it out and they toss it out the window. What happens then? Well, at that point, unfortunately, CarLock, you know, it falls short at that point, to be quite honest with you. It does fall short. And the reason being is once you unplug it, it's pretty much a paperweight. Now, I've talked about this in my previous video, and a couple of you guys were in my DMs asking me, well, what's a backup kind of measure for tracking my car? Not necessarily alerting that my car has been stolen, not necessarily car security, but I just want to track my car in the event that my shit gets stolen. Well, I got the answer to that. For $29, you can track your car wherever you go. Now, in my last video that I made, a lot of you guys was like, well, if the thief has an iPhone, once they get in your car, they're going to get a notification that there's an AirTag in the premises, and it's going to have the last 4 digits of your phone, at which point they're just going to be able to pull out their phone and literally locate it. And you know, Apple's software will allow you to pretty much walk up to the Apple AirTag and locate it. And then once they locate it, you know, you toss it out the window and on you go. That actually happened to one of our members where his car got stolen. He had an Apple AirTag in the car. Whoever stole his car had an Apple iPhone. They realized that there was an Apple AirTag in the car. First thing they did, found the Apple AirTag and tossed it. Well, that's where your creativity is going to have to come into play. And I say that to say, you cannot be stupid with where you hide this little thing right here. Now, let's go and look at my car, because I actually have one. This is just kind of a demo. This one goes to my, I don't even know what this goes to, but it was at the house and I used it for demonstration. But let me show you something. All right, so where is my AirTag? Where do you think it would be? Would I be simple enough to put it under the floor, put it under my seat, put it in the glove compartment, put it in the main console, put it over here somewhere? No. What about in the back seat? Maybe I'll put it under the seat there, something like that, put it under the floor, right? Because I've got the Husky liners. Maybe I'll put it in there. Maybe I'll put it in between here somewhere, between the seat belt holder or whatever. Shout out to CarLock going ham. No. What about in here? A lot of people put their damn AirTags in these things right here, which is stupid, because you can literally take your phone and locate it. What about here? Cup holders? No. Let's go to the trunk. This is another place where a lot of people put their AirTags. CarLock is not feeling all this movement. Where would I put my AirTags? This would be the perfect place for me to put it, right? Put it in my trunk, put it under this mat right here. A lot of people do that. Do you know where my AirTag is? It's not in the car. It's under the damn car. That's why I say you guys have got to get creative with where you put that AirTag. My AirTag is not in my car at all. It's not in the trunk. It's not in the back seat. It's not in any one of these little, you know, spaces and shit back here. It's literally attached under my car. And I'm not even pointing in the right direction of where it's at. And the reason I did that is because in order for you to find that AirTag, you would literally have to lift my car up, yank it from under there, and toss it in order to steal it. Which is why I tell you guys, you have got to get creative with where you put this little thing right here. Okay? Because, let me get you guys focused. You've got to get creative with where you put your AirTag at. It's not enough to put it in a glove compartment behind your books and shit. It's not enough to put it in your gym bag in the trunk. It's not enough to put it in the trunk by the spare seat, by the spare tire. A lot of you guys like to do that, where you put it by the spare tire and you put it under it. Trust me, these criminals are looking for that. They know that. A lot of these criminals have chargers and they do the same damn thing with their chargers. They take the AirTag and they put it in their car somewhere. They know all of the places where you could put an AirTag at. So you've got to be creative. Like I said, I have my AirTag under my car. The only way that you would be able to take my car, you would literally have to lift it up. By that time, you and I both know every damn alarm system I got on my car is going off and I'm coming out with the Glock 19. Let's just be real. But you would literally have to lift my car up, locate the Apple AirTag, and then toss it. See, the problem is when they steal these cars, they get a notification. Apple AirTag is in the vicinity. Actually, that's CarLock right there going ham. But they'll get a notification. They can click on that and literally follow it within the foot. And then at that point, if it takes them to the damn glove compartment box, obviously your AirTag is in a glove compartment, at which point I'm just going to yank everything out of the glove compartment and toss it on the damn ground. That happened to my homeboy. I think he had his AirTag in his glove compartment box, and they tossed it. They tossed everything in the glove compartment and took the car. And then when he came to the AirTag, it was on the ground. Now, I know a lot of you guys are suspicious as to how effective an AirTag is. So I'll give you my story. You guys know that I had a Scatpack before I owned this car, before I got the Cat. I had an AirTag, same situation. I had it under the car. I couldn't remember, or I forgot to remove that AirTag before I sold the car. And long story short, the car went to Georgia. I'm not even going to say what city because I'm just not going to say what city. But the car was sold to someone in Georgia. I was able to literally, and this is what's scary about it, I was able to literally track where that man lived and where the AirTag was to the exact side of his house. He had this car, or my Scatpack, in his garage, and he had it on like I guess the left side of the house or whatever. I was able to track that to the left side of his garage all the way to his house. And you know, if you do the what is this mode? Let me pull it up. Find my boom. Like you can do satellite. You know what I'm saying? You can do satellite to where you can literally look on top of somebody's house and see exactly what the house looks like, what's parked out front, what neighborhood they're in. If you want to GPS it and track it, you can say, okay, get off the highway here, make this left. Or you can just take the address and type it into Google and just pull it up that way. It'll tell you where it was last seen. Last seen today at 12:47 p.m. and then it's got the address. So I was sitting there looking at this dude's address down in Georgia, and that's when he hit me in the DM and was like, hey, listen, I picked up an AirTag in the car. Where is it? So I can send it back to you, because every time I get in the car, I get a notification that there's an AirTag in the car, but I just can't find it. I ended up telling him, he put it in the box, sent it to me, and now that I think about it, this is the AirTag. This is the AirTag that was in my Scatpack. That's why I don't realize why I have an extra AirTag. This is in my Scatpack. But I'm saying that to say it was so hidden that even at his house down in damn Georgia, he wasn't able to find where the AirTag was. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you guys have got to be creative. So a lot of people don't want to go out and spend X amount of money for, you know, a legitimate security system, CompuStar, Viper, shit like that. You know, obviously if you're using CarLock, you're in good hands 99% of the time or 95% of the time. But like you guys have said, if you're not around your car, you're not in the vicinity, you're not in the same city, maybe you go out of town and you leave your shit somewhere and they break in and they kick it out and toss it somewhere. I mean, it's pretty much, you know, a box at that point. It's a paperweight. And that's just because of where it's plugged in. Obviously, you can get the splitter and have it plugged in somewhere else entirely. that's an option as well. But for most people, they just plug it into their OBD and call it a day. But for the average person that does not want to spend over, I mean, what's the $29, $29.99? I know people that have 4 AirTags in their Scats and Cats. I know one guy that's got a 300 Hellcat, and he's got 3 of these in his car. 3 of these in his car. Because he's afraid that if someone tries to break in, they're going to pick up one, toss it, and forget that there's 2 other ones. I don't know how that works. I don't know if they would get 3 notifications back to back to back that there's 3 AirTags in the vicinity, but he's got 3 in his car. And 29 times 3. I mean, that's how much he's paying for his GPS right there. I had no problem locating my car way down in Georgia when I had this AirTag still in my Scatpack. And that led me to believe that, granted, it's not the best system in the world, but it actually works. And the sad part about it is people have been robbed and I guess assaulted and probably even killed because they had an AirTag in their car or in their bag or in their purse and they didn't realize it. And whoever was tracking them followed them all the way home. I mean, there's stories all over the internet about that happening. So if it can happen to them, it can happen to you. And I'm saying that to say, if it's good enough for them to track somebody, I'm quite sure it's good enough for you to track your damn car wherever it goes. Now, obviously, once a year, you got to change the battery out. And it's a little CR123 battery or whatever the case may be, one of those flat batteries that looks like a quarter or something. But for $29 to be able to GPS your car wherever it goes, you can't beat it, if you ask me. It's a cheap, quick, and dirty way of GPSing your car in the event that it gets stolen. Now, where it's important is you got to get creative with where you put this thing. You cannot just throw it in your fucking glove compartment. You cannot throw it in your center console. You can't throw it in your damn cup holders, guys. Be smarter than that, right? 90% of the population in America got iPhones. So as soon as they get in your car, they're going to get a notification that there's an AirTag around. All they've got to do is this right here and follow the AirTag. And the location is going to say 5 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 feet. It's right there in the cup holder. Like, they're not stupid. And don't put it under your seat. That's stupid as well, especially if you don't have like some sort of vibration detection. They could be in your car running around, shaking it all day long, and you're getting no notifications because they're looking for your AirTag. Don't put it in the trunk. You guys have got to get smart where you put these AirTags, right? If you are going to put it somewhere, just be smart about it. Me personally, if you really want to get creative, like I said, I put mine on the underside of my car. So in order for you to find my AirTag in my car, you literally have to lift it up, because the only way that I was able to put this AirTag on my car was when it was lifted up, because I was getting some work done under the hood of it, or under the body. I was getting some shit done to it. And I was like, you know what? While you got it in the air, let me go ahead and put this AirTag in there right now. So you would literally have to tow my shit, lift my shit, whatever the case may be, take your phone to it, locate it, and then toss it. Now, for you guys that don't want to go through that hassle, engine bay. Put this damn thing somewhere in the engine bay. Right? Now, granted, if they break in, they may be able to pop, but that's a whole lot of work. Once again, at the end of the day, you want to make it impossible, true, but you also just want to prolong however long it takes to steal your car, is what it comes down to. As opposed to them being able to steal your car and take off in 10 minutes, if you can prolong them with something extra on top that makes it 20, 25 minutes, half an hour, 18 minutes, I don't know, that's more likely that someone's going to see them breaking in, or you're going to see it come out and handle business. Put it under the hood of your car. We've got so much space. I mean, come on now, let's just be honest here. Let's look. Why not? Let's look together. Shout out to CarLock, going ham again. I mean, come on now. You got so much space that you can take this little thing, I don't even know where, put it in here, put it in your fuse box, put it in, I probably wouldn't suggest put it in your air box, but you could if you wanted to. I don't think it would hurt anything, but you've got options. Put it over there by your cabin air filter. You know what I'm saying? Put it over here by your windshield wiper. Like, you've got options. Put it up here by your intercooler. Like, you've got options. Take it and tape it onto the underside of your car. Like, tape it in there. You've got options. Don't be cheap. If you want to get, tape it in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Have it taped right there. That way they have to pop the hood. You just want to make them work harder to steal your car. You know? biggest thing is you just want them to have to work hard to steal your car. Not everybody wants to go out and spend $1,000 on a CompuStar system. I get that. I'm cool with that. I understand it. I'm not going to knock it. There are people out there that have CarLock, but it's one of those things like, you know, I want CarLock and something else just in case. I get that as well. If you got an iPhone, AirTags actually work. Everybody in my car club has AirTags in their Scats, Cats, RTs, V6s, whatever. They all have AirTags. And like I said, I got a homeboy with the 300 swapped Hellcat. He's got 3. He's got 3 AirTags in his car. So good luck trying to steal his car and get away from it, you know? So that's a quick, dirty, cheap way of locating GPS in your car at all times, right? And I know some of you guys said that it's not giving you real-time updates. I had no problem locating my car, you know? Whenever I wanted to locate my car, when it was sold to that guy down in Georgia, I was able to pull up his house and his location whenever I chose, right? Now, I don't know if it's going to send you second-by-second updates and notifications, but whenever you want to see it, you'll see it. Now, mind you, I never GPSed it while he was driving. I mean, it seemed like everywhere that I GPSed it, he had stopped somewhere. So maybe it doesn't work when it's in motion, but whenever it stopped, I saw where my car was, way down in Georgia. So if your shit gets stolen in your city or your state, and you got your AirTag hidden somewhere, hidden real nice, wherever that car stops, you should be able to see where it's at. You know, I mean, you got options. You got CarLock, Uconnect, Apple AirTags. You got options, guys. You know what I'm saying? AirTags are not the worst thing in the world. I have AirTags on all of my devices, my keys, even my camera bag. If somebody steals my camera bag, I'm going to know where my bag is. All of my cars, and I just hide them. Hide it good. As small as this damn thing is, there is no reason as to why they should be finding it. And even if they find it, they shouldn't be able to just reach for it and yank it out. Don't put this shit in your damn cup holder, guys. Be smarter than that. Don't put it in your gym bag in the trunk thinking that that's good enough. That's not good enough, right? If they really want your Scat or your Cat or your RT, they're going to just yank all of that shit out and toss it, right? Be smart about where you put it. So that's your boy Knockout 360, man. I just wanted to hit you with that because I know a lot of you guys were asking about AirTags here recently. Why it's not focusing, I don't know. But that's it, guys. AirTags works well. It does what it's supposed to do. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst. And it's better than nothing at all. I'm tired of seeing people seeing their Scats and Cats stolen when for $30 you can see where your shit is at all times. Or if you want to take it to another level, and we've talked about this, CarLock. Use my code in the description. Stop playing. CarLock is legit. Otherwise, I wouldn't be pushing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it on my Hellcat, Scatpack, all that stuff. So, talk to you, boy, man. How do you feel about it? I know a lot of you guys probably know more about AirTags than I do, so if I left something out, by all means, tell me. But to me, AirTags work. See you guys in the next one. Peace.